Oh God, dang, just walked through barbed wire. Fuck. Okay, well, I guess that's a good way to start a video. Walk through barbed wire. Hey guys, what's going on? Lucian here. I'm out in nature today. We're gonna do a quick warm-up, 15-minute warm-up just to get going. This is something you can do in the morning just to get your body turned on, feeling good, going into the day on and engaged. So this is something you can do without really any equipment. I don't have any equipment out here. I'm just out here. I'm gonna use maybe what's around me. I might use this rock, but nothing that you can't use in your house, like with a chair or a stool or anything like that. So in future videos we'll have some more props and tools, but I also like to make stuff without, just so that you can follow along no matter what you got going on. So we're not even going to get all the way down onto the ground today, because I'm not going to get down onto the ground out here. So you don't have to get down on the ground. You don't need a yoga mat. We'll just get right into it. Okay, so first things first, get moving into the day. We want to wake up our whole body here, right? Okay, so first thing I really like to do is just drop into a squat. So we're going to go feet about shoulder width apart, all right? Toes facing out at about a 30-degree angle. They're gonna kind of vector out at, like, I like to say 11 and 1 on the clock handles, right? So 11 and 1, all right? Gonna come down, we're gonna send the hips back, drive hips back, okay? Nice and tall, straight back, all the way through. We're gonna think about nice and tall in the low back, mid back, upper back is engaged. Main thing that we're going to think about here is just connecting this whole system, okay? So we're going to be driving it back, hips go back, we're going to be looking down at the ground, knees come out, all right? Boom. Okay, we're going to get down to parallel, all right? This would be called a low bar back squat if I had a bar on my back, all right? We're going to get this down to parallel, top of our thighs, okay? Here, let's drop down, let's get 10 in, all right? 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to really drive the knees out. I really like to try to feel into the glutes and the hamstrings. 7, 8. If you're not feeling the glutes or hamstrings, you can drive the hips back. Lean a little more forward. Last one. 10. Good. Okay, going to rock back and forth, hips one at a time. We're going to try squeezing these glutes here on each side. So we're kind of bouncing between one side and the next. Boom, 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 boom. We want to feel each glute engage here, okay? Right glute, left glute, right glute, left glute. We're like kind of almost like throwing punches. Okay, throwing punches, like maybe we're winding up through a serve. We're just basically warming up a little bit of hip action, okay? Might feel a little bit of a stretch on the front side. What we're really focusing on is squeezing glute, left glute, right glute, left glute. This is surprisingly challenging, but doesn't have to be. We can modulate this, make it a little easier. You don't have to squeeze so hard. Really just looking to wake it up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pivot a little bit more. Pivot a little bit more onto that toe, okay? So that pivot foot, we're coming onto the toe, still squeezing that glute, and we're going to pivot, get a little bit more stretch through the front side. Pivot onto the glute, stretch through the front side, reach through. Pivot, right glute, stretch, reach through. Same deal. Just trying to warm up the system. Warm up the system. Warm up the system. Get the hips involved, get the glutes engaged. Gonna start getting the spine involved. Reaching through here. Reaching back with the opposite arm. Reaching up and through, back with that opposite arm. Same deal, still squeezing the glutes. Still squeezing the glutes. Starting to try to feel into the kind of mid section, thoracic spine, upper back, mid back, torso. Start getting the breath going. And again, this is just nice, easy movement here. Nothing too crazy, nothing too challenging. We're just trying to turn the body on, wake it up. This is just a really nice way to get things going, specifically in some of this main trunk area, specifically the glutes, right? We're still squeezing these glutes back and forth. This, you might cramp in after a little while. After doing this, your glutes might start going, oh. So we're going back and forth, boom. You can get a little bit of an arm swing into it, a little bit faster, a little bit more momentum, a little less intentional glute squeeze, okay? You don't have to squeeze so hard and cramp it up. Now we're gonna loosen up the hips a little bit more. Let's get a little more flowy into it, okay? A little more flowy. Let's let the arms kind of swing a little bit. We're still driving through with boom, with the hips, with the glutes, boom, here. Still driving through, following through, but we're not gonna squeeze it so hard. Drive it through, use the hips, create some torque through the body, right? Boom, if you were throwing a ball, boom, boom. Here we go. That's it, swing the arms, get the blood flowing. Active arms, you can start swinging them a little bit further behind you. We're not torquing on the back too much. We're just trying to get a little bit of a stretch into the upper body, through the chest, pivoting back and forth, back and forth. There we go. Good job. Keep it up. Keep it up. This can be surprisingly challenging if you haven't done it before, but it's a great warm-up. Great warm-up, especially when you're in the sun like I am. Feels really good. Okay, let's get a little bit more of a squat into it, okay? A little bit more of a squat, just a little bit. Not full squat, we're just going boom. A little bit of a squat and a turn and a pivot. A little bit of a squat and a turn and a pivot. Boom. Boom. Still coming through with the arms. We're not torquing and cranking on the back. We're not trying to crack our back. We're just moving through the torso a little bit. Moving through the torso a little bit. Keeping things relatively tight. A little bit of tension. Just a little bit of tension, but we're also loose. A little bit of tension, but we're also loose. Squat a little bit and drive through. Squat and come through. Squat and come through. Squat and come through. There we go. There we go. Good job. Good job. Keep the breath going. Nice and steady. Nice and relaxed. You can move your arms however feels comfortable for you. If you want to kind of drop them and swing them a little more, you can do that. If you want them a little bit more engaged and active, you can do that too. No wrong answers here. Just, there's only a couple of wrong answers. By and large, usually it's just to make sure that a couple of your, core integral elements are kept safe. Like, I don't want you bang torquing on the back real hard and then like tweaking anything, pulling something, cracking. We're not looking to crack our back here per se. If you get a little pop, if you get some pops, that's okay, but we're not torquing. Outside of that, not a lot of wrong answers. You can move your arms how you want. Okay, a little bit of a squat still, popping in. It's kind of like a side lunge, active side lunge. Really good just to get the body going. Okay. Keep that breath rolling. Good. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. We're going to come to a close here. You can let it kind of settle down nice and gently. Momentum, just slow down. Slow it down. Come to a stop. Good. Nice. Good. Just bouncing our toes. Bouncing our toes. Little bounces, nothing too crazy. Start feeling shoulders. Shoulders engage a bit. Okay. Feel the shoulders. We're gonna roll through the shoulders while we're bouncing, okay? Nothing too violent, nothing too crazy. I want you to try to not just roll the shoulders, but also project the chest a little bit. Stick your middle back through. I'm gonna punch my middle back. I'm gonna try to bring the middle section of my back up and through. Bring my solar plexus here up a little bit, punch it forward a little bit, not too far, just nice and projected and tall. We'll move shoulders around, little bounces, get the blood going, keep that breath going. Doing great. Feeling great. If you're feeling great, give me a heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. All right, sweet. Doing good. Start doing some arm circles. Coming through, doing some arm circles. Good. I don't know about you guys. I have a lot of tension in my shoulders, in my traps, upper body, upper back. I have a lot of tension. I'm dealing currently with a mild upper back strain, so I'm trying to be very gentle with my upper back. So just do this nice and gentle, nice and slow, moving the upper body around a little bit. Here. Good. Keep bouncing. If this is challenging, you don't have to come up in the air. You can do like micro squats like this if bouncing gets too hard and too challenging, which can totally do. It's very great way to get the heart rate up. Great way. Jump rope is like one of the best ways to get the heart rate up. You can hear my breathing is going. But that's good. We want the breathing to go. It's good. Nice and gentle, nothing too crazy, just kind of trying to get the body going. All right, I'm gonna pause with the bouncing. All right, coming through, we're gonna reach through with one arm at a time. I'm gonna reach all the way through, reach behind me, up and through. Behind me, I'm going palm facing out, okay? I'm slightly staggered, okay? So if you see me here, I'm facing slightly staggered. So that right arm, I'm gonna be moving my right arm. I'm taking a small step back with that right foot, okay? And I'm going palm facing out, all right? Palm facing out, coming over, palm facing out. And at the top, I'm turning it, palm facing in the other way, knuckles facing out, reaching and coming back down and around through. Palm facing out, up, reaching, turning the hand over, knuckles out, palm in, reaching all the way through. Good, let's keep this up. We're not gonna stretch. If you feel like you can and you want to, you are invited to do so. But we're not gonna try to pull our shoulder out of our socket per se, like too far, unless that feels really good for you, and then go ahead. But I'm not going to, because my upper back is feeling a little bit tight and strained, as I mentioned. So I'm just gonna keep it a little bit light with this, not reach too far, just get some movement in. If you want another little layer here, we're gonna go pinch the shoulder blade here. So we're coming back, behind, palm facing out still, okay? I just keep this here, this left hand on my chest, because it's kind of like a nice comfortable resting place for it. But I'm going here, it's also kind of center of mass, I keep it close to the center. So I'm going back, palm facing out, and I'm gonna go shoulder blade back. I'm pulling shoulder back, I'm pinching the back, all right? I'm kind of squeezing my back here as I come up and around. So I'm going here, shoulder blade back, looking for a bit of engagement through my upper back. Here, reaching, turning the hand over, coming all the way through. Same thing, let's do that a couple more times. On this side, we'll switch. All the way through, I get a nice lat stretch. I don't know if you guys can hear the traffic. I pulled over by a park near a highway. I'm off the highway a bit, but everybody's honking up a storm. Good, okay, let's switch sides. I'm just gonna pivot. I was facing towards my left. Now I'm just gonna pivot, face towards my right. Okay, right foot's forward, left foot is back. Doing the same thing, all right? So knuckles are facing out when they're in front of me, right? I'm gonna reach back, okay? Palm facing out, coming through, palm facing in, okay? So I'm going here, all the way around, windmilling it around. This side feels way more stiff. This left side for me is that side that's a little more sensitive. So I'm just gonna take this nice and slow, get a little bit of movement in here. In general, when you have something that's strained, we want to get some movement into that area, but nothing too crazy or too challenging or too intense or too violent. We want to be able to work through that area and get some range of motion, okay, right? So I'm reaching back, I'm gonna pinch my shoulder blade back here, reaching up over top, turning the hand over, palm in, coming all the way through, reaching here. So, if you ever have anything else like a calf or something else that's strained, we do want to get some movement in, but we want to keep it very light and sensitive and gentle. But the blood flow is going to be really good for the recovery on that muscle. And just getting some of that movement in, some of that activation, a little bit of light, stretching depending on what you got going on, can be really good. And again, I think one of the challenges, especially for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, one of the challenges has been like learning how to slow it down. I don't think I got this injury because I wasn't slowing down. I think I got the injury because I have a weak middle back, low traps, and I've been doing a lot of compensation through my upper back plus sitting posture here like this. He's bent over. I put a lot of tension here. Plus, I've been working my upper back specifically for a long time, trying to get my upper back really strong. I wanted to get my upper back really strong. So I think I did overwork that area a little bit, combined with the fact that sitting posture, computer posture, weak middle back, low traps was contributing to a lot of kind of resting tension in that area all the time. So it's always pulling on these upper body, upper back muscles here in the shoulders running through. I have quite a tight teres muscle running up through the lats, and that's just kind of a part of the game. You're gonna have things that tighten up, and that's all right. So sometimes we just need to work through it. A little bit of light, gentle movement is really good. We're gonna keep the breath going here. Good, okay. Coming forward now, we're going to be bending down, all right? We're gonna drop down into kind of like a stiff leg deadlift, all right? But we're gonna stay pretty high, so I'm gonna be, again, engaged with my upper body, okay? Engaged with my back, right? So my back is not slouched. I wanna be not just with my lower back, right? Because you see I'm hunched in my upper back, but I'm engaged in my lower back. I wanna be engaged in middle and in my upper, bringing my shoulder blades back, right? Settling into it, going nice and slow if you need to. And I'm gonna keep the whole thing in line like it's a nice strong rod, keeping that support for us, okay? And we're gonna go down to about the knees and come up, and we're not gonna come to full extension. We're gonna keep that low back a bit engaged here, all right? Down, up, drive the hips back, down, up, drive the hips back. We're gonna push the hips back, try to feel a little bit of a stretch in the hamstrings, keeping that back nice and engaged, coming up, back, and up. We're not coming down to full stretch, and we're not coming up to full extension. We're gonna keep tension in the low back, okay? Keep that mid back, upper back engaged. It can be easy to slouch. I know it's easy to slouch. It's easy for me to slouch. It's easy for everybody to slouch. We have a slouching problem nowadays. Driving the hips back. Just working this low back. You probably will feel it at this point. I know I do. Feeling a little bit of that tension build up in the upper back, the low back. Working the hamstrings, working the glutes. Continue driving the hips back here. Good. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Push a little bit further back. A little bit further back. Good. Keep the tension. At this point, you'll probably be feeling a lot of tension built up in the low back, and that's okay. That's what we want. If you have a really sensitive low back, I encourage you to take some breaks here. This is something that if you have a really sensitive low back, we're probably going to build you up into this before we do this. I apologize for not saying anything in advance. I trust that you can regulate yourself and do what feels right for you. And if something is like hurting or sharp or painful in any way that's outside of like, wow, this is a good muscle burn type of workout pain, then always come back out. You can pull out of it, retreat, and come back to a different position. Good. Coming up to a standing, breathing, and we're going to circulate the hips. Okay, circulate the hips. Nice and gentle, smooth rotations here all the way through. Feeling the hips rotate in the pelvis. If you can, feel the sensitivity, trying to feel the femur head rotating in the pelvis. Some of you guys might not be able to hit full like rotation, blocked in certain areas or certain angles, certain directions. That's okay, totally normal. Nothing to be concerned or worried about. You can work on that. That'll start to settle itself in and work on it and improve it as time goes on. Okay, switch sides, switch directions, coming through here, hips back, trying to find full rotational movement here. Okay, good, good. So if that low back has been like really sensitive, we're gonna look to build it up in a number of different ways. So stuff like that can be good. In general, it can be quite challenging for some people with low back issues to hold certain positions like this. They'll end up slipping out of it. So if you can, a good way to start is by standing in like a tall position like this with your low back engaged, kind of like what we were just doing with these dips, right? These kind of like half RDLs, okay? RDL is like doing a stiff leg deadlift. So it's like back flat, legs slightly bent, and I'm bending down like this. It's good, not even the full thing, just a little bit of this to get going. And if you feel like your back slips, and you come out, reset, and we want to drive the hips back, engage with the back, engage the whole back, upper, middle, lower, push the hips back, do a little bit of dips. If you can only get 2 or 3 reps, that's fine, get 2 or 3 reps. If you feel like it's slipping, it's starting to go, come out, reset. Always a big fan of resetting. Resetting is amazing. There's no fault for resetting. There's no tax for resetting. There's no bad vibes or like, oh, you're bad because you had to reset. It's good. Reset. We want to reset all the time. If you need to reset, reset. It's the best way to, encourage the best form and make sure that you're getting the most out of your lifts and you're not hurting yourself. Okay? So at this point, we're probably feeling pretty good, right? Let's do a little bit of upper body, just back and forth with the arms. This is a nice little way to get the body warmed up, right? You might get a little sweat going. You might have to hop in a quick shower before work. But this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Not a full workout, depending on where you're at, what level you're at. If you're new to working out, this might be a pretty challenging workout, and that's okay. That's okay. We're all starting somewhere. No shame in that. In fact, I encourage you guys and applaud you guys for getting going and stepping up and doing it, you got to start somewhere. I always say I'd rather work out with somebody in the gym who's like overweight and doesn't know how to work out, but just like wants to be there and wants to show up and wants to grow and wants to lift and just wants to be there. Because for me, I'm not a fan of the ego. I mean, I try not to like get my ego in the way. I'm only human. But you know, when you go to the gym, it's more fun to lift with somebody who's really there, who wants to lift, who wants to grow, wants to get better, as opposed to somebody who's like, you know, all about, you know, the stuffiness and the ego and annoying, or is distracted, or wants to do a million other things. But let's say they're strong. I'd rather go to the gym with somebody who's out of shape and just is focused and wants to be there. You know what I mean? So there's no shame, no harm in like being new to it. We all got to start somewhere. I'm new in a million things in my life. This thing I'm happen to be pretty developed in. There's a lot of places where I'm a complete rookie. So, you know, you might be a professional in one area of your life, total professional. I'd be taking advice from you. And in this direction, you're taking advice from me. And that's, you know, that's how the economy works. It's good. It's a blessing. So this is it, guys. We're just gonna, a little bit more movement here. Just feel out like your body a little bit, okay? You can, you know, do a little bounce, you can do a little movement, you can do a little side to side, you can bend down, touch your toes if you want. Open to whatever feels good for you. Throat's getting a little dry out here. And just moving around a little bit, how feels good. Bouncing around, maybe touch your toes, bouncing, keeping things nice and active, buoyant, right? We're not doing real deep stretches because we're kind of just trying to get warmed up, right? And that's that. Okay, guys? That was really good. Really great little practice here. Just trying to get the body going, nice and gentle, nice and smooth, nothing too intense, you know, sharp, anything like that. These are little movements that you can take into your day with you. If you're ever feeling stuck or stuffy at work, you can always go hit these little things, you know, a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of squats, a little bit of reaches, you know, some of this type of stuff. Always good to just help keep the system fluid and moving, and it's going to keep you in the game. So good stuff, great work, and I'll see you guys next time. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot, and I'm committed to helping you guys, and I'm really looking forward. So I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy. Have a great day.